Good day, everyone, and welcome to day one of WED 2023 celebration at Batangas State University, the National Engineering University. This is brought to you by the Center for Innovation in Engineering Education, or the CIEE. We're celebrating at the CIEE this March 4 and 6 alongside UNESCO, the WIFEO, World Federation of Engineering Organizations, and the PTC, the Philippine Technological Council, along with various engineering, educational, and academic institutions all over the world. The global theme of World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development 2023 is Engineering Innovation for a More Resilient World. While here at BatStateU, the NEU, we're celebrating with the local theme Leadership in Collaborative Innovations for a Stronger Nation. Today we have a lineup of speakers who will share their insights on engineering and sustainable development. To kick things off, we have with us the visionary University President Dr. Tirso A. Ronquillo, who will deliver his opening remarks.
Dear distinguished guests, faculty members, students, and friends, I am delighted to welcome you all to this event at Batangas State University, the National Engineering University, as we celebrate World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development 2023. Through the Center for Innovation in Engineering Education, or CIEE, we join the global engineering community in recognizing the vital role that engineers and their innovative solutions play in achieving sustainable development. As you may know, starting 2020, UNESCO designated March 4 of each year as an International Day to celebrate engineers and engineering. We at BatStateU, the NEU, have been co-celebrating alongside UNESCO and the World Federation of Engineering Organizations since 2021. This annual observance is an opportunity to showcase the achievement of engineers and their essential role in modern society, particularly in sustainable development. It is also a chance for us to inspire and encourage the next generation of engineers to use their skills to make a positive impact on the world. This year's global theme, Engineering Innovation for a More Resilient World, highlights the importance of engineering in building a more sustainable and resilient future. At Batangas State University, the National Engineering University, we proudly stand by our local theme, Localizing in Collaborative Innovations for a Stronger Nation, which emphasizes the significance of leadership and collaboration in driving innovation and addressing the challenges facing our society. Today, I am honored to join the entire university to celebrate World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development 2023, a day that recognizes the invaluable contributions of engineers and engineering to sustainable development. As the President of Batangas State University, the National Engineering University, I am proud to take part in this global celebration. At Batangas State University, we strongly believe that engineering plays a paramount role in building a promising future for all. Our commitment to engineering education, research, and innovation is grounded on the belief that sustainable development is not just a goal, but a responsibility that we all share. We celebrate the achievements of engineers and their essential role in modern society. We also take this opportunity to showcase the groundbreaking work being done by engineers at Batangas State University and beyond, from renewable energy to green infrastructure, sustainable transportation to smart cities. Engineers are always at the forefront of creating innovative solutions that address the most pressing challenges facing our world today. This year's global theme, Engineering Innovation for a More Resilient World, is particularly germane to the current state of the world. We are facing unprecedented challenges from climate change, environmental degradation, and emerging technologies. More so, we firmly believe that engineers have the skills and creativity necessary to rise to these challenges and create a more resilient world for all. At Batangas State University, the Philippines National Engineering University, We are proud to have a local team which emphasizes the importance of collaboration and leadership in driving innovation. Leadership in collaborative innovation for a stronger nation reflects our commitment to national leadership in engineering and engineering education. We believe that by working together, we can create a better future for all Filipinos. We aspire to be a leading example to other universities and colleges in the country as a sustainable national engineering university. We, where our commitment to sustainability exerts beyond environmental concerns, encompassing economic and social sustainability. We strive to integrate sustainability principles into all aspects of our operations, from curriculum to campus operations, and engage our students, faculty, staff, and surrounding communities in creating a sustainable future. Over and above that, our curriculum emphasizes sustainability as a core value with courses that integrate sustainability principle into various fields of study. We believe that by equipping our graduates with the knowledge and skills to be environmentally responsible citizens and professionals, we are also contributing to a sustainable future for our country and the world. As a sustainable university, we are committed to continuously improving our sustainability practices and serving as a role model for other SUCs and HEIs. We believe that by working together and sharing best practices, we can create a significant impact on creating a sustainable future for all. As we celebrate World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development 2023, let us all take this opportunity to inspire young people to pursue engineering careers and use their skills to create a positive, lasting impact to the world. Let us all work together to create more sustainable, resilient, and equitable future for all. Thank you very much.
Next, we have a keynote speaker who is no stranger to the world of engineering. He is the president of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, Professor Dr. Jose Vieira. He will share with us the background of World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development.
Dear colleagues, dear friends, the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, I am particularly pleased to deliver this short message at the occasion of the celebration of the World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. This International Day was proclaimed by UNESCO in 2019 and is worldwide celebrated annually on the 4th of March. More than just a celebration, I want to leave an affirmative and enthusiastic word about the future of engineering and engineers, and especially young engineers. Due to the technological democratization of society, dramatic changes in social life have been registered, transforming modern civilization on a more individual level. Personal computers, mobile communication devices, robots, and cyborgs are some examples of the future of the recent past. On the other hand, global planet warming and its consequences are critical issues currently threatening humanity. Innovation on clean and efficient energy, water and food security, smart and green cities, nanomaterials, and so on are assuming growing importance in our 21st century society. The unprecedented situation presented by pandemic COVID-19 also revealed how scientific innovations through the effective implementation of engineering can enhance resilience in increasingly interconnected societies. When we address those threats and challenges, we realize the overwhelming and ubiquitous involvement of engineering and engineers in conceptualizing, creating, and implementing technologies and infrastructures that will make sustainable development possible. I invite all of us to take this very opportunity to celebrate on 4th March the achievements of engineers and the contributions of engineering in promoting a better and more sustainable world.
Moving to our next segment, we have 4 alumni who will share their own experiences in engineering and sustainable development. We are excited to hear from them. Our first speaker is Engineer Florencio C. Lopez Jr., a polyolefins technology expert with 22 years of comprehensive experience in the field of process design, plant pre-commissioning and commissioning, operations, process engineering, and technical training. His talk is titled Driving Sustainability and Innovation in Petrochemicals Industry from Plant Design to Plant Operations. Engineer Lopez is currently working as Senior Process Engineering Specialist and Chief Process Engineer in Projects and Technical Support at Abu Dhabi Polymers Borouge Limited. He is the technical authority for process engineering for the development of petrochemical plants, particularly in polyolefin and 1-hexene plant during front-end engineering design. and engineering procurement and construction for multi-million worth of projects, including the world's largest bimodal polyethylene plant. Engineer Lopez is also a certified project management professional, Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, an industrial incidents investigator with proven abilities in data analytics, problem solving, process troubleshooting, investigation, and process optimization using statistics software and engineering simulation tools. Ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Florencio C. Lopez Jr.
Good day, everyone. It is my pleasure to be one of the speakers in the celebration of the World Engineering Day 2023 with the theme Engineering Innovation for a More Resilient World. With the global challenges that we are facing today, it is indeed timely to heed the call for all engineers and soon-to-be engineers on leading the collaborative innovations for a stronger nation. As my support, I, Florencio Lopez Jr., a chemical engineering graduate of Batangas State University, would like to share experience on how to drive sustainability and innovation in petrochemical industry from plant design to plant operations. Let us first define the key words on this topic: sustainability, innovation, and petrochemicals. Sustainability is defined by United Nations 1987 as meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the future generation to meet their own needs, used but conserved. While innovation is defined as a new or change that create value. For the petrochemicals, a petrochemical is any chemical that is being manufactured from the crude oil or its alternative, like ethylene, propylene, which is the building block of polyolefins. Polyolefins or polymers are belonging to the second generation of petrochemicals. The petrochemical industry has the first generation, which is a cracker, second generation, including the polymerization, and the third generation for the plastic converter. My expertise is on the second generation in petrochemical industry, which is the polymerization. But I am starting to learn as well the first generation, focusing on the dimerization and trimerization process. With this, I would like to share how in petrochemical industry we can incorporate the sustainability and innovation from plant design to plant operations. Let us first discuss the phase of the project and industrial plant. For engineering students, we might be familiar with the book Plant Design and Economics by Peter Timmerhouse. That the phase of the industrial plant is conceptual design, engineering design, construction, operations, and end of life. Conceptual design is either pre-study to determine the viability of several alternatives, or it can be a feasibility study to determine the viability of an idea or a chosen alternative. While engineering design is a basic engineering design or the front-end engineering design, the so-called FEED, or a detailed engineering, which is part of the EPC scope. After this, we go to the construction, operations, and end of life. As you can see, that each stage has its own deliverables and has its own cost estimate accuracy, that the nearer to the plant construction, the more accurate your estimate is. From conceptual design to EPC, that's the project life. From conceptual design to the end of life, that is the plant life. In summary, we can say that there are three main phases: design phase, construction phase, and operational phase. And each phase we can enhance or create more value. Like for the design phase, we can have the sustainable design. According to Halwagi in 2012, the design activities that lead to economic growth, environmental protection, and social progress for a current generation without compromising the future generation. That is the sustainable design. Again, this is in accordance in the United Nations definition. Sustainability considers the three main pillars: environment, which is the planet; economic, which is the profit; social, which caters for the people. Sustainability, in fact, address points including but not limited to fit for purpose design to ensure capital productivity, yield improvement to ensure increase in efficiency, enhance quality control and assurance to reduce the waste, protect the environment by preventing pollution and emissions, conserve the resources, either mass and or energy, and enhance process safety. As you can see that each point addressed one or more pillars of sustainability. But what are the ways that support sustainable design? One of them is a concept of fit for purpose. That means that the design does not only meet specific standards at an optimized cost, but it ensures that the production process must be capable of ensuring its safety, reliability, quality, maintainability, and cost effectiveness. We need to focus on the requirements, and we need to eliminate good to have. Right technology selection, proven or emerging, and value engineering support this concept. One of the main activities in pre-study or feasibility study is a technology selection. It is a collaborative effort for identification, evaluation, and selection of the best available technology in the market, wherein we have several criteria to be considered to choose a technology: technical requirements, strategic, and legal or regulatory. Part of the evaluation, which is under strategic importance, again, is the sustainability pillars, which consider the social or people, profit, economic, planet, which is the environment. Of course, we always aim to select the best available technology. Here, we consider eco-efficient design with high value, but with low resources usage, or zero emission or recovery of the waste stream. I have chosen two technologies which clearly demonstrated their support in the sustainability. One is Borstar technology, and the other one is Borsig membrane technology. Borstar technology is Borealis multimodal technology of producing polymer, especially for polyethylene and polypropylene for the most demanding application. It is a technology that combines the slurry reactor and the gas phase reactor, that it offers simultaneous benefits such as economic benefits and key environmental aspects like energy efficiency and raw material recycling. It helps to provide innovative solutions for different industries like insulation for the wire and cables, plastic pipes for water and gas, plastic materials for healthcare. In fact, the mask that we are wearing during a pandemic is made of polypropylene fiber. With this technology, we are creating differentiated products of polyethylene and polypropylene for different sectors, and it contributes towards addressing major global challenges like climate change, food protection, water, energy, communication, and healthcare. And I started working in Buruj in 2009 as process engineer in Buruj 2. And I witnessed how we grow with our innovation and sustainability program. And now I am the technical authority for the process for Buruj 1, Buruj 2, Buruj 3, and Buruj 4. The Borsig membrane technology helps the industry to recover the waste stream. Thus, it minimizes the loss of the product and recover the valuable hydrocarbon. Before, in polymer industry, this equipment is vented to flare. The purged gas is lost to the flare. There's no recovery of hydrocarbon and there's no recovery of nitrogen. Using the principle of gas permeation, wherein hydrocarbons can be separated from other components, this is the basis of the Borsig membrane technology through compression and further separation. We are able to significantly reduce the flaring, the continuous flaring, and we are able to recover hydrocarbon and recover nitrogen. This is not possible without the drive for sustainability, without the engineering solution by Borsig, and without the collaborative efforts between the industries. Another concept that supports the sustainable design is the value engineering. Our goal is to increase value, that is, increasing functionality at the same cost or reducing the cost at the same functionality. Value engineering is a systematic way or systematic approach to maximize value by reducing the cost for capital expenditure and operating expenses, reducing the risk of the project schedule, operational impact, or increasing the revenue by increasing the throughput. However, it is really important to consider the value engineering at the early phase of the project. Why? Because it loses its gain towards the execution phase. Value engineering is considering also the total life cycle costs for both CapEx and OpEx. And as you can see from here, it's a multidisciplinary team. Leadership has leadership commitment. Thus, it is a collaborative kind of innovation as well, where we identify, we evaluate, we suggest change in a multidiscipline team to create or enhance the value. In fact, we are always using this value engineering concept in all our projects, especially the major projects. Design phase, followed by construction. After startup, there comes the operations. And in order to ensure our survival and to ensure our success, operation should be sustainable. Paul Anderson in 2018 has defined the sustainable operations that a process that produces outputs that are both profitable from a business point of view and preservation or even improvement of natural and social environment. Process optimization and innovation support us to ensure sustainable operations. Process optimization is the process of adjustment of a process to make the best or most effective use of a system utilizing specified parameters without violating some constraints related to safety, reliability, and quality. It reduces waste, minimizes cost, maximizes throughput, and efficiency of the system. With our engineering know-how and process know-how, we can easily optimize the process by the use of the supporting tools like statistical analysis, process engineering simulation software, and now the data science and artificial intelligence. As a senior specialist in process engineering, I lead and conduct process optimization study. I am applying chemical engineering principle or chemical engineering know-how, like pinch technology, to optimize the heat exchanger configuration. I also apply the process simulation to reduce the energy or determine the optimum conditions or constraints of the process. This is the application of your engineering know-how, process knowledge, and the supporting tools, such as, again, the simulation software or statistics, where theoretical knowledge that you have in academia plus the industry knowledge are applied to convert those information to more valuable output through either simulation, statistical software, data science, or artificial intelligence. Aside from process optimization, innovation also supports the sustainable operations. Xavier Russo has defined innovation as a change that creates the value and presented the 5 C's of innovation. Without customer value, we should not really create a change. He has presented the 5 C's, including the main enablers, which are curiosity that is integral to the understanding of customer value, courage to stay in focus in the face of uncertainty, especially during the change, and collaboration that promotes synergy, an outcome that is greater than the sum of their parts. We are devoted to deliver innovative polymer solution and to our circular economy program. Buruch value creation through people and innovation with the Borsar technology and with our innovation and value chain collaboration, we are able to produce special properties, superior processability materials that lead to less material usage, less energy consumption, longer life, and less environment costs. Two of which, as an example, is the packaging solution, which created 5 times lower requirement for packaging compared to the alternatives to the plastic. That's Antio. I led the process discipline following the implementation of the retrofit project, and I also led the test runs for this development of Antio. In fact, this project has won the Borealis Excellence Award in 2022. Our PE100 polyethylene pipe also has 21% less in life cycle carbon dioxide footprint compared to ductile iron pipe. And I led the revamping of the plant that produces its product. That it was presented in ADIPEC as the world's largest bimodal polyethylene plant. Polymers are made, used, and disposed. This creates waste and environmental burden. Thus, the circular economy becomes a new way of making plastics. From consideration of the new base chemicals from the renewable stocks, eco-efficient process design that are environment friendly, products that are tougher and designed for recyclability, to mechanical recycling, to chemical recycling, we create or provide sustainable value for our customers and consumers, from linear to circular, from resource hungry to renewable, from climate negative to carbon neutrality. That is the future positive revolution that Buruj and Borealis are already shaping today. With the global challenges that we are facing today, depletion of energy resources, greenhouse gases emission, food security, access to the clean water, waste disposal, our response should be a strong and concerted actions by the government, industry, consumers, and society to continuously improve, collaborate, and innovate. And for our dear engineering students and young professionals, let us become a generalist that have at least two specialization or expertise, our engineering major and a specialization that complement our engineering know-how. Let us learn whatever we can use in the future. Let us learn whatever we can here in our university because that is our foundation. Let us learn not only our engineering major, but the engineering tools that will help us in our critical thinking, data analysis, and will guide us in our decision making. Our engineering knowledge will guide us what to do, but the supplemental tools will help us to do it efficiently and effectively. But most of all, let us apply our engineering know-how. The world needs not just engineers, but engineers who create value. Go out, observe, lead, collaborate, and innovate. Thank you, everyone.
We have Engineer Amy Intaklyong, a certified project management professional and professional engineer. With more than 15 years of experience in strategic project planning, execution, operations of complex and innovative programs and processes in automation, controls, and high-voltage electric equipment in Canada. Her talk is titled HVDC Systems, Bringing Sustainable Energy Closer to Communities. Engineer Intaklyong held various roles in system operations, project management, and engineering of major capital projects for AC, HVDC, and generating stations. After acquiring her bachelor's degree in ECE from Batangas State University, she completed further professional programs from the University of Manitoba, York University, and Stanford University. Ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Amy Intaklyong.
Good day, everyone. I'm Amy Intaklung. I've been with Manitoba Hydro since 2009, and we provide reliable and clean energy to Manitobans, other Canadian provinces, and parts of the United States of America. In the past decade, I worked with various teams to build converter stations and transmission lines to bring together a stronger HVDC system that transmits more than 70% of hydro generation from northern Manitoba, Canada. I'm currently leading and managing modernization projects to strengthen the power grid and increase reliability. Today, I'll be presenting HVDC systems and how it brings sustainable energy closer to communities. Electricity is very essential, and it comes in two forms. These electric currents come from the flow of electrons, and in alternating current, these movements either a positive upward or negative downward direction. In direct current, the electric charge only flows in one direction. There has been an increasing demand for clean and renewable energies along with innovative solutions to address climate change. As Bill Gates recently published, caring about climate change is also caring about transmission. 2023 and the incoming years will be a demanding time for transmission system. Renewable energies are mainly derived from natural sources, and they are all around us. Generating renewable energy creates far lower emissions than burning fossil fuels, which takes millions of years to form. Common sources of renewable energy includes wind, solar, geothermal, and hydrogeneration. The clean energy now is going to be much further away as most solar farms are located in deserts or open farmlands. Wind turbine locations are offshore, and that means that greater distances will be required in order to ensure that every household has clean, reliable power, and we will need a lot of transmission, many of it. So, in this transmission, the answer is high voltage direct current. An HVDC system in this simple diagram of the interconnection shows that AC power is fed to a converter operating as a rectifier. The output of this rectifier is a DC power, which is independent of the AC supply frequency and phase. The DC power is transmitted through a conduction medium, be it an overhead line, a cable applied to the DC terminal of the second converter. This second converter is operated as a line commutated inverter, and it allows the DC power to flow into the receiving AC network. HVDC have two main technologies that dominate the landscape. We have a line commutated converter, which is LCC, also known as current source converter, or classic HVDC, which uses thyristors, and VSC, which uses insulated gate bipolar transistors, or IGBTs. In 1954, the first ever HVDC transmission system was commissioned in Gotland, and since the 1960s, the technology has matured and played a vital part in both long distance transmission and interconnections. Advancement came fluidly thereafter, as most of the systems were made by mercury arc valves, has been replaced with two valve thyristor assembly. And this replacement has been done on pretty much all of them, but still uses and requires an external AC circuit to turn them off or on. So we ask, why HVDC? And there are various reasons. And for this topic, I'll be focusing on the efficiency, environmental, and economic reasons. For the economic reasons, these long AC cables have higher cost as well, overhead lines, and they are actually all critical distances still more cost effective. Although many factors will determine the break-even distance, including location of installation, terrain, power, voltage of transmission. As a general rule of thumb, the break-even distance is about 500 to 800 kilometers. Despite that, the AC transmission, the cost of its construction, and the losses are still considerably higher. For environmental, as you can see in this diagram, AC system overhead lines uses three towers, more land area, materials, and more construction and risks. For HVDC line, there's one tower with also option of burying the cable even underneath the ocean floor. So there's also various systems within the converter stations, which accounts to the cost. In here, we have collector lines, and this is a small AC transmission system designed to deliver the generated power to the rectifier station. And once it enters the rectifier station, this is the AC switchyard, which houses circuit breaker, station service transformers, voltage transformers, and other control buildings and outdoor power centers. From the AC switcher, it goes through the rectification process, and this is the DC system with wall bushings and also converter transformers. Another key areas of the converter station is the DC switchyard. In here, we have the incoming of electrode line, smoothing reactors, filter banks, and also capacitor banks. One key thing, component of the HVDC system is the transmission line. And in this photo is a set or lineup of towers. For the BIPO 3 project, it's 500 kV. There's 3,076 towers, and it is within the 1,388 kilometers in length. If you actually stack them all together, it will reach the stratosphere of the Earth. So I'll be showing a video of an update in 2018 from the project. This station has been built and in service already for 4.5 years. In this video, we'll demonstrate all the capabilities, collaboration, engineering required in order to build a HVDC system. Okay, I always find that video very interesting. And aside from that transmission line, we also have a number of auxiliary buildings and interfaces within the station, whether it's communication services, sanitation, also security and cybersecurity, the control protection aspect of them. Another aspect of on the inverter side of things is a synchronous condenser, and so it's an electrical rotating machine. This device provides improved voltage regulation and stability by continuously generating and absorbing adjustable reactive power, as well as improving the short circuit strength and frequency stability by providing synchronous inertia. There are numerous HVDC systems around the world, and also incoming ones that are being developed at the moment. And that is HVDC system. I would like to thank every one of you for participating or attending this session and the opportunity to share insights about HVDC, and all the best and hope you have a good day. Thank you.
Our third speaker today is Engineer Marvel June C. Villanueva, an industrial engineering graduate from Batangas State University, and currently the operations manager for waste management at Green Ants Builders Incorporated. His talk is titled The Role of Engineers in Circular Economy Initiatives. And Engineer Villanueva's professional experience in manufacturing, warehousing, logistics, and operations in general, acquired from 2 decades of industry experience.
Hi, good day. First of all, I would like to thank Batangas State University for this opportunity to be able to share with you um, a nutshell of my experience in the industry and how I landed in uh, the career that I have right now. And I hope in this short presentation, in this short discussion, I'll be able to inspire most of you to really find your purpose, to find your goal, to find and to do whatever you would like to do in your life. So for this day, I'd be discussing the role of engineers in the circular economy initiatives. And before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. So my name is Marvel Junsi Villanueva, and I'm currently the operations manager for waste management of Green Ants Builders Incorporated. So before anything else, of course, I would like to share you what my career path looks like. So I was a graduate of BS Industrial Engineering at Batangas State University way back 2003. And I was also a former student leader. I became SSC president for Alangilan Campus and president of Junior Philippine Institute of Industrial Engineers, of course, BSU chapter, way back in 2002-2003 school year. I was also a TOSA recipient, 10 Outstanding Student Awardee for the year of 2003. So I landed my first job as Junior Packaging Officer for Antiques Accents Incorporated in 2003. And then I became an Assistant Production Manager and also a Pollution Control Officer on the same company. So I also handled warehouse manager position for Conglasco Aguila Glass Corporation in 2008. And I became branch warehouse manager for SM Pampanga in 2010 and SM Masinag in 2011. And I also handled warehouse and logistics manager position for Demo Power Philippines Incorporated in 2012. And I was also given the chance to become a guest lecturer at Batangas State University in 2021. And just last year, I joined Green Ants Builders Incorporated as operations manager for waste management. So that basically sums up the career path that I have. So coming from being a graduate of industrial engineering, I really pursued, I really tried hard, I really worked hard in order to become the manager that I am right now. So globally, 9% of the plastic waste is being recycled. Only 9%. And 22% is mismanaged plastic waste, and 19% is incinerated. So we all know that we can burn or incinerate plastics because it creates fumes, it emits harmful CO2 in the atmosphere. And 50% went to sanitary landfills. So what I'm talking about plastics here are not only the PET bottles. So included in these plastic waste are all types of plastics, even the wrappers of your candies, even the wrappers of the chips or the snacks that you use, um, sachets of the shampoos that you use every morning when you wash your hair, all types of plastics, the sando bags that you use while buying goods in the market. So these are all the ways that the world has, and only few addresses this concern. So right now, I am part of the Green Ants Builders Incorporated. So I'm not promoting here the company that I am with, but I would like to share where do I work now. So Green Ants or GA is a circular economy and innovation group. It develops and deploys disruptive solutions to reduce the amount of waste generated, discarded, and existing. GA started in 2013, which is originally focused on developing solutions for the hard to recycle and lowest value waste. So what I said earlier is that we don't only focus on the PET bottles. We give much attention to the sachets. We give much attention to the multi-layered plastics that were used as packaging for snacks and all that. Because in reality, if you go to junk shops, if you want to sell your plastics, no one cares about MLPs or multi-layered plastics or these sachets. So, so what's the fate for these plastics? It ends up in our landfill. It ends up in the oceans, in the river, in the water system, and in the community. So unlike other plastic types who has an economic value, so which can be sold easily. So MLPs, unfortunately, very few um, takes care of them, and these are thrown or these are disposed into landfills and into the bodies of oceans and into the usual garbage collection. So in Green Ants, we are the enabler of circular economy. On a normal life cycle of a plastic, for example, of a product. So what do you do with that? So in order for you to create plastics, so you have to extract resources from natural source, so from the environment, and then you have to, of course, manufacture and process it. And then we have the distribution of the products, and the consumers will use it. And the plastic will end up as waste. So we call it as the end of life of that specific packaging material, specific waste. So in a linear economy, that is usually the fate of the plastics. But in green ants, we found solutions on extending the life. There's no such thing as end of useful life of this specific packaging. So we find value in the waste that the consumers produce or create. What we do with green ants is we collect these plastics, different eco hubs. We have 40 um, eco hubs located all over the country, all over the Philippines. So what we do is we collect from different local government units. We partner with schools. We partner with different organizations for us to be able to collect as much as plastics that we can. So we process it, we shred it, and we um, produce the raw materials in order to create, in order to manufacture, in order to produce eco products such as eco bricks, eco pavers, eco casts, which later I'll also show you what those products are. And these eco products, eco pavers, eco casts, and other eco products that Greenex produce is used to create homes, create houses, create buildings. And that's the circular economy that we are creating. But it doesn't end there because we believe that, like energy, it cannot be created nor destroyed. So we believe that these plastics can still be recycled and should not reach its useful life. So the commitment of Green Ants is that um, by the time that these buildings that were created out of these Green Ants eco products need to be demolished, then we can also collect the demolition debris, the construction debris, and later on convert it again and use it again and process it again to create new products. So there's no end. So the whole goal of the circular economy is to extend the useful life of any product. So be it plastics, be it metal, be it any type. So as long as you have the will and you have the passion to do it, and you have the capability and ability and enthusiasm to be part of that circular economy, then that's a very good welcome for everyone. And in Green Ants, we are aiming for 10% reduction of the 2.7 metric tons of plastic waste created every year. So that is a very noble, that is a very um, uh, achievable goal for us, and to be part of that organization, to be part of that company who really has a heart for the environment and who has really has um, the initiative for sustainability is really something. So we have lots of things to do. We are just a small company. We're just ramping up for 2023. But to tell you honestly, it's not stressful for us. So we have lots of reports, we have lots of collections, we have lots of negotiations that we have to do all throughout the country. But it's not stressful because the purpose is there. um, I know that I'm doing this not only to gain profit, or to gain a living from it, but because I am doing something for today and for the future. Because I have kids, and I have to take care, and I have to ensure that they have the resources that they need in the future. So it is very fulfilling for me. I recently joined the organization, but it feels like I'm meant to be here, and I'm meant to help the environment and the community, and I'm meant to collect plastics and reduce and divert the plastics away from the landfills. So it's just a change of mindset. So in Green Ants, we always have this line, nakakakilig ang plastic waste. So plastic wastes are really thrilling. So every time we see pile of plastics in the community or pile of plastics in different material recovery facilities, there's always that kilig in us, that we wanted to collect it and we wanted to bring it to our eco hub and we wanted to process it and we wanted to divert it away from the landfills, and we want less pollution for the Philippines. And that's the fulfilling part for us. And if everyone and if every engineering student would love to do something about the plastic waste or any type of waste that you can think of in your research, um, in your FS and capstone, then I am encouraging you to do so because we really need help. The environment really needs help. The future generation should have enough resources for them to use. So I hope you'll focus your study on that as well. So, but I am not saying that you all leave your jobs or land your first job in green ants. So that is not how it works. So just like ants, just become that um, single ant who'll join to form a colony of organization, of people, of concerned engineers who will take care of the environment. So it doesn't need to be in green ants because we can't accommodate you all. You can start your own eco hub, you can start your own business, you can start your own research, or you can start collecting plastics right in your very homes and bring it to us and bring it to recyclers and ensure that these plastics don't end up in landfill and ensure that these plastics and these wastes can replace um, the already scarce natural resources that we have. So if we can lessen mining by recycling, upcycling, or reusing waste that we generate, then that would be a very good challenge for all of us. But allow me to inspire you of what you can do with the plastic waste all around you. So these are just the samples of the products that we have. I'm not selling the products. I'm just giving you the ideas on what you can research on what field would you like to improve on. So we have our EcoCast. So EcoCast is composed of uh, we have an additive of 300 sachets. So imagine your shampoo sachets or your snack wrappers. So we need 30 sachets of that and nine 300 ml plastic bottles for us to create one EcoCast. Of course, the plastics are just additives to the EcoCast. So EcoCast is an alternative to hollow blocks. Um, uh, you have there the properties and the compressive strength. So um, our research and development team can adjust the compressive strength depending on the use of the EcoCast, depending on if it's load bearing or non-load bearing. So it depends on the requirement of the client. So we also have our Eco Bricks. So who would imagine that Eco Bricks can have 100 sachets of um, shampoo sachets and three 300 ml plastic bottles in it. So that's just a sample. And of course, maybe most of the civil engineers have heard about this. So yung plastic to asphalt road, so we also use our shredded plastics and incorporate it in the ready mix asphalt. And I think most of the chemical engineering students or chemical engineers are very familiar with pyrolysis. So at Green Ants, we also have our pyrolysis plant. It will be operational this March or early April. This would be the largest pyrolysis plant in the country, and I think the first in the country, if I'm not mistaken. So what does pyrolysis do? So it will extract the oil in the plastic waste and convert it into pyrolysis oil, and later on it can be processed to create fuel. So who would imagine that these plastics can be created to power your uh, motor vehicles or can be used as fuel in the manufacturing plants. And our pyrolysis plant is a closed chamber system wherein there'd be no emission. So the emissions that would be produced will be condensed, and the sludge from it will also be recycled or will be also incorporated in our eco products. So our pyrolysis, as I mentioned, is a closed chamber, so it requires indirect heating, but it generates no fumes to the environment. So these are the types of the challenges that engineering students and engineers need to tackle on. So how can we create fuel out of the waste that the community produces? And we have to be responsible in the creation of such. So these are the I think these are as I said, these are the challenges that we engineers have to think about. So how can we better produce um, something useful out of the plastic waste or out of the waste that we produce in the community. And based on the statistics, so we are the Philippines is the third largest producer of plastic waste in the world, and the Philippines is doing something about it. So just last July 23, 2022, the Philippines passed RA number 11898, which is the Extended Producer Responsibility Act, wherein FMCGs with um, 100 million capital should um, recover the plastics that they introduce to the market. So it has different milestones. So for 2023, 20% of the plastics that these FMCGs produce should be um, collected and recycled or upcycled. So it is very timely that this EPR law, this EPR program by the government was approved into law, which enables the um, large companies to participate well. But do we need this EPR law to be passed before we participate in collecting the plastics and ensuring that it doesn't end in landfill? So this is just a support to the already existing programs that Greenlands has done since 2013, 2014 up to the present. So I would just like to share with you if you want to research on this. Just you can Google it. It has already an implementing rules and regulations available. So maybe researchers uh, from different engineering programs can look into this and it can include this in their research. and maybe focus on studies that can contribute to uh, decreasing uh, the plastic waste um, that is being sent to our landfills. And again, have I found my purpose? And let's just say that I am happy and proud. So, as I've told you before, that I wanted to be a manager as soon as I wanted to be. But again, let us just say that I am happy and proud to be a professional basurero. Yes, who would have thought that an industrial engineering graduate who aspires to be a manager would end up to be a professional basurero? Very happy and proud to be collecting plastics in the community. Very happy and proud uh, to be converting these plastics into something useful, into something that can improve the lives of everyone, and happy and proud to be able to be part of the sustainability programs of an organization who would like to ensure that the future has enough resources to use. So, with that, I hope in this very short message that I inspired you in a way. Again, I would like to thank Batangas State University for this opportunity to be able to share with you what we do in Greenlands and what I do as an industrial engineer. And I hope you all find your purpose at the right time, at the right place. And trust me, you'll know when you already have found one, and you'll be very very happy, and you'll be very very fulfilled. So again, thank you very much, Batangas State University. More power and
Last but not the least, we have Engineer Degris Cabales Salunya, the project manager for contracts and procurement at ASGENCO in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Her talk is titled On Point: Strategic Leadership Through Global Collaborations for Sustainable and Innovative Philippines. Engineer Cabales Salunya is a 2022 PSME Abu Dhabi Chapter President, 2020 PSME National Officer Presidential Awardee, and the first and currently the only female mechanical engineer registered as a ASEAN Chartered Professional Engineer in the ACPE registry in Philippines and in Southeast Asia.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Engineer Degris Salunga, and I'm here in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. I am an alumna for Batangas State University and currently based in United Arab Emirates, as I've mentioned. And today we'll be talking about strategic leadership through global collaborations for a sustainable, innovative Philippines. First, I'd like to say thank you very much, Batangas State University, for inviting me as one of the speakers for today's World Engineering Day. It is an honor and pleasure for me to be one of the speakers on this very prestigious event. Thank you very much. Again, let me introduce myself. My name is Engineer Degris Salunga. I am a mechanical engineer from Batangas State University. I finished my master's in business administration last year, and I'm currently in my third semester for my PhD for engineering management. So sustainability is the term broadly used to indicate programs, initiatives, and actions aimed at the preservation of particular resources. It actually refers to four distinct areas such as human, social, economic, and environmental, which are also known as four pillars of sustainability. So let's discuss about these pillars of sustainability. Well, in connection to that, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In relation to the sustainability, as I've mentioned earlier, we will be discussing briefly what are those four pillars. So for human sustainability, it aims to maintain and improve the human capital in society, while investments in the health and education system, access to service, nutrition, knowledge, and skills are all programmed under the umbrella of human sustainability. Number two, social sustainability. It aims to preserve social capital by investing and creating services that constitute the framework of our society. It means to preserve future generations and to acknowledge that what we can do can have impact to the world. Number 3, economic sustainability. Well, it aims to maintain the capital intact. If social sustainability focuses on improving social equality, economic sustainability aims to improve the standard of living. And number 4, environmental sustainability. So environmental sustainability aims to improve human welfare through the protection of natural capital. Then moving forward, what's the connection of the sustainability and collaborative innovation? Collaborative innovation helps with skills development and builds new and existing relationships. So when you put together sustainable development with collaborative innovation, that makes something big that gives impact to the society, to the people, and to the country itself. So strategic leadership is basically one of the key elements of being a successful, sustainable, and innovative engineer in terms of partnership with what we could do in the future. So the Philippines is immense with potential for growth and development. However, to truly harness its potential, strategic leadership and engineering collaborations are really necessary. By leveraging the strength of both fields, the Philippines can be globally innovative and sustainable. While strategic leadership is essential for any organization to achieve its goals, definitely, we have to make sure we have those strategist leaders or strategists in our community, in our organization, even in the company, to be able to execute projects that we need to do in order to build a better community for our better society. Strategic leadership is a set of skills, of course, and abilities that enable a leader to set and achieve goals, inspire and motivate others, and act decisively in terms of uncertainty. It involves the ability to think strategically, anticipate future trends, and develop innovative solutions to complex problems. It requires the capacity to think analytically, synthesize information, and apply it to the broad range of situations. Strategic leadership entails the ability to create and communicate a vision, develop and implement strategies, and maintain trust with your team. To be able to become a strategic leader, you have to be this. Number 1, you have to be visionary. Number 2, you have to have integrity. Number 3, you have to be a communicator. Number 4, you have to be a collaborator. Number 5, you have to be analytical. And number 6, you have to be adaptable. Let's discuss one by one. So visionary, by being visionary, strategic leaders have the ability to see the big picture and develop a vision for the future. They can identify opportunities and set a course of action to achieve the desired outcome. Number 2, communicator. Strategic leaders must be able to effectively communicate. You cannot just sit there and listen and don't talk. You have to effectively communicate so that your vision and your plans will be understood by the team and everyone will be on the same page and understand the goals. Number 3, analytical. So you have to be analytical so that you can solve problems, analyze issue, analyze trends in order to make informed decision makings. They should also be able to identify potential problems and develop strategies to solve them. Number 4, adaptable. So you have to be adaptable. Strategic leaders must be able to adjust to changing environment and be flexible in their approach. You have to be adaptable to change, because if not, you'll have to be fixed on whatever you'll have to do, and that is not good for the team. Number 5, you have to be collaborator. Collaborator means strategic leaders must able to work with others. And number 6, of course, you have to have the integrity. Integrity is something, the goodness within you. Like, you have to be honest and reliable to your team, because you don't want people working with someone that doesn't have any integrity. They will not believe in you. So how strategic leadership through global collaborations achieve a sustainable, innovative Philippines? Well, to harness the power of strategic leadership and engineering collaborations, the Philippines must invest in education and training, definitely. You have to understand in academia and educational level that these are the things that needs to be understood, needs to be solved, and needs to be given a certain solution so that things can move forward and need to be aimed for the sustainable community. So the Philippines must invest in education and training, including STEM. So you have to make sure the government will be able to provide us the proper foundation for the science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. Should support research and development and creating opportunities for collaboration between academe, industry, and government. The Philippines must develop policies and incentives that encourage innovation and sustainability. While strategic leadership through global collaboration is a powerful tool for achieving sustainable and innovative development in the Philippines, through global partnership, the Philippines can build a strong and sustainable economy, promote innovative ideas and products, and build good relationship with other countries. In relation to what we have mentioned, so if you're going to be a strategic leader and you have those skills and you have those traits of being a strategic leader, how do you apply it with your work? So let's just, for example, it's a personal question for me. What are the engineering projects that I have been part of and how it is related to sustainable development? So one of the projects that I take pride is this one, reduction of finished goods inventory through standardization of HDD-QC process. So this project eliminated redundant process in the quality control line, which transcend into optimization of the equipment and manpower for other allocations. Plus, it reduces the potential waste due to sample sizes that are being considered at the time of the testing. So as part of sustainability development initiative, were being considered during the testing, we were able to accumulate a multi-million savings, both a combination of hard and soft savings, which allows me to receive multiple awards in the Philippines and in Japan. So as you can see, I was able to spearhead the project in HDQ department, and I was given a champion award, and then I was called in Japan to receive the company president award for superiority award, and also I was given the same superiority award in Toshiba, Philippines from the CEO and the president itself. So I take pride of that because this is something that is collaborative. Like what I'm saying, as you can see, I'm the only Filipina who has been awarded in this project, and this is, I believe, it's a collaborative effort globally by different nationalities, which spearheaded a project that was able to provide a sustainable effects in the company and provided profit and savings for the company itself. So this was given way back 2008, and I was really grateful at that time of receiving the award. Another project that I take pride is the sports facility installation in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Is a multi-million product that requires earth-moving equipments and earth materials. Well, instead of transporting select fields from other Emirates, well, in different area, we're able to utilize the existing materials that is currently non-moving within the vicinity. So we're also able to do an engineering evaluation that approves sustainable materials to be used in the said project. Same thing with the 3D bunker facility. This 3D printing was incorporated in one of our projects as alternative construction method of sustainability. It reduced, of course, the waste, the energy usage, and the cost. So those are the projects that I have been with that I believe align with the sustainability requirement of the company and the client itself. When you set clear goals and expectations, it allows you to focus on your effort on achieving measurable outcomes, while also providing guidance and direction to the team. Number 2, strategic partnership. Definitely. Developing strategic partnership with suppliers, customers, and stakeholders are essential to the success of the sustainability project. The partnership allowed us in our project to leverage the resources, expertise, and networks to maximize the impact. Number three, innovation and technology. Yeah, definitely. Also, we use innovative technologies to reduce energy consumption, material wasted, and improve efficiency of our people to be able to come up with a better solution by using new technology and innovative procedures in all of our projects here in Abu Dhabi. Number four, employee engagement. Definitely again, because you cannot do things on your own. When you do projects, you need your people and people needs to be encouraged to be more engaging in all the projects so that all of those assets, including your resources, people, can be allocated and used accordingly to the requirement of the project. Education and awareness, educating ourselves, our employees, and our stakeholders about sustainability was key to success as well. And number six, reporting and measurement. So we are tracking and reporting our progress to ensure that we are on track in achieving our sustainability goals. This particularly adjust our strategy to be able to make sure that whatever goal we set up, we will be able to hit it. If we will not be able to hit it, then we go back to the drawing board and check what's the missing piece and what happened to that project, why it didn't happen the way we need it to be. And by checking or back checking what has been done, then we learn what needs to be done. And we do it again. So basically, we do it again. We monitor, we check and monitor. And then when we see that it's compliant with our goals and expectation, then we move on to the next project itself. I was once like you before. I was once a student and I do not have the access of this particular mentorship when I was studying. When I was studying, I was just being left alone. I have the library and that's the only interaction that I have. But now with all the technology and all the internet of things that is currently clouding us in our mind, this is a really great opportunity for everyone to learn and to experience things. So if I may, these are the key takeaways that I have to the students and to the young professionals in order to achieve your goal in your career, in your professional life, coming from your bigger sister here in overseas. So in the past few decades, engineers have developed countless products and technologies that have changed the way we live and work. To the students and young professionals, these are the things that I'd like you guys to ponder when you go back home and you go see yourself on how are you going to be proceeding with your life and with your career. So build to become a better, to become a better professional, that engineer that you want to be. You have to build a strong foundation in science, technology, engineering, and math. If you do not like math or science and technology, you have to ask yourself again, do I really want engineering? Or is engineering really what I want? So, because it will affect your school, it will affect your personal life if you are going to do something that you really don't want to do. Pursue experiential learning opportunities. You just have to go there and experience it yourself. If you want to know more about the car, then go to a machine shop. So you will understand exactly how cars being made and how cars are being maintained. It's experiential. It's not just experimental or academical. So just make sure you pursue experiential learning so that you will embed the learning itself in you, in here. It's better for you to collaborate because 2 brains, 3 brains, 4 brains are better than 1. So if you want to understand things, collaborate with people. Brainstorm, understand what is being done on other people so that you will have a broadened knowledge of what you can do. Here in Abu Dhabi, I really work with different types of people, different nationalities, name it, Indian, Pakistan, Americans, British, Arabic. So I have this wide range of collaborations with different people, and I'm learning from them. And also, I can share it with other people so that it can be another source of information, not just for myself, but for others. Leaders are not just those people that has title. Leaders doesn't need a title. So presidents, vice president, you don't need those titles to be a leader. But when you feel that you care for your team, that you care for other people, you are destined to become a leader. Basically, read, listen, and watch. But this is what I would like every one of you guys to understand. Do not just listen, do not just watch, and don't just read. Read appropriate material, watch appropriate movies clips, and listen to appropriate audios. Because if you listen to inappropriate audios, if you listen or if you watch inappropriate videos, or if you read inappropriate materials, then it doesn't mean anything for anybody. It doesn't even mean anything for you. It's just like a waste of time. So when you want to improve yourself, if you want to be a strategic leader, make sure you invest on good books, you see or listen of good music or good audios or whatever needs podcast, and you watch uh good appropriate video clips that would encourage, enhance, and make yourself improve. And well, last summary of my key takeaways for everyone is to love FB. So FB means encourage further collaboration. That's E. F, foster a culture of innovation. B, build networks. Okay? We always say like that. We always say it's not always what you know. It's more on who you know. Okay? So build networks. That's very important. You build your networks, then thank me later. And then number 4, invest in relationship. Invest in leadership relationship, because when you do leadership development programs, it boosts your morale and it makes you a strategic leader that would fully understand the needs of your team, because you have to make sure that whatever is the need of your team, you are there to listen. You are there to be adaptable, as I've mentioned earlier. So if your team is solid in everything that you do, definitely success is guaranteed in all of your projects. And number 6, emphasize the importance of sustainability. We have to always think of our future, because guys, it's not going to be us forever. We're not going to be here forever. We will have our children, grandchildren, grandchildren. So whatever we need to prepare now, we have to make sure we emphasize the importance of sustainability for them, for the future generation, because they will be the one to experience it. And we would like to make sure the experience that they'll be having do not compromise what they need in the future. I think that's it. So before I leave, I'd like to give you this life mantra that I always say about success. Successful people aren't born that way. They become successful by establishing the habit of doing things unsuccessful people don't like to do. So if something is difficult, it's challenging, it is something that is worth it. Because if it's easy and if it's not challenging, it's definitely not worth it. So that's all for me. Again, my name is Engineer Day Grace Cabali Salunga. Thank you very much for having me today. And I hope that you have learned something from us here overseas. And if there's anything that we could help you with, you can connect with the school, and we will be happy or more than happy to assist in you. If you have any questions regarding overseas, normally we give talks to the students just to make sure they are equipped and ready right after graduation, what are the expectations in real world? We give that here in PSME Abu Dhabi. So again, thank you very much. This is Ati Day from United Arab Emirates. God bless you and good luck. And let's choose to be happy. Let's choose to be kind. And let's choose the right path in everything that we do. Thank you very much and God bless you.
We now conclude day one of World Engineering Day celebration here at BatStateU, the National Engineering University. It has been an exciting day full of insightful discussions and presentations. As we wrap up day one, we invite you to join us again on March 6 for day two of World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. We have an exciting lineup of activities planned for you, including education insights and student highlights. Don't forget to mark your calendar and join us again on March 6 for another day of learning, sharing, and celebrating the role of engineering in shaping a sustainable future. We look forward to seeing you there. Under the directorship of Associate Professor Divina Gracia Ronquillo, this has been Engineer Junix Kaalim, representing Education and Partnership at the Center for Innovation in Engineering Education, Batangas State University, the National Engineering University. Happy World Engineering Day.